I'm Annie Studebaker, and I bring to you an abundance of knowledge from our South Texas rural communities. Follow me as I take you on a journey of inspiration and insight that will offer a deeper connection with people and businesses. I've often wondered what it was like to go hunting, and today I get to experience just that. Charles and Nancy Hundley from High Lonesome Ranch have kindly offered to teach me about gun safety and the regulations of hunting deer. Keep in mind that the land can only hold so many deer, therefore it's our responsibility to keep the population under control. It's also my first time shooting a rifle, so bear with me. Later, Michelle Hundley Sadoff joins her mother, Nancy Hundley, as they demonstrate a delicious recipe with deer meat.
Have you ever locked your keys in a car? Have you ever done it?
Yes.
You have, okay. The reason you do that is because you forget. So if you got to depend on your memory, that's only about 90%. You want something that's 100%. Let me show you what's 100%. We're all a victim of habits. So what we do is, when I get into my car and I get out of it, I have the keys in my hand and I put them in my pocket. And my hand has to be on those keys for me to lock it. And if I ever get to the point where I lock it without my hands on the keys, I'm very uncomfortable because it's a habit. And a habit can be 100%, whereas memory is only about 90%. So here's the habit you get into with a gun. They can either be your best friend or your worst enemy because they can kill you. You just have to be careful with them. So the first thing you do when you pick up any gun, whether it's your gun or my gun or anybody's gun, the first thing you do, see if it's loaded.
Okay.
If you don't do that, the rest of it doesn't matter because you've broken a cardinal rule. You gotta look and see if the gun's loaded.
Okay.
So it's not loaded, good. We're in good shape. So we're getting ready to shoot the gun in at 100 yards, which that's normal. That's about the normal distance that most people shoot their guns in. Because most of the animals that you shoot will be a little bit closer, maybe a little bit further, but about that distance, maybe closer. So what I do is I get this gun right down to where I don't want to hold it and shoot at that target because my hand is going to wobble the gun and it's going to shake all over that target. When I do it the right way, don't touch it, but come over here and look down the scope. Look down the scope. Do you see where the scope is?
Yes.
Where is it?
It's
on the target.
It's right down center target.
Okay. So that's where you want it. Then all you have to do then, because this is going to hold it steady, when you shoot it, you just put your hands on it. There's no shells in it right now.
Oh.
And then you have to squeeze the trigger. And the biggest mistake people make is, oh, all you got to do is pull the trigger. Well, if you do that, your gun's going to rear up and you're going to miss. You have to squeeze it. And let the gun surprise you when it goes off.
Okay, I've never shot.
Well, I'm just telling you how.
So now I'm glad you're telling me that. That's my main fear, is that it's going to go up and hit me in the eye or something like that.
Not if you have it up against your shoulder and you have the hand in here and your other hand right in here.
Okay.
You're okay, but I'm going to need to shoot it just to see where it's hitting.
You're going to have to shoot it first. Okay,
I got to see where it's hitting.
Okay.
I'm assuming they said they bore-sighted it, and if they did a good job of bore-sighting it, it'll at least hit the page, hit the target.
Okay, so explain, what is bore-sighted?
Bore-sighted means that they take this shaft out and look down the barrel and then see if the crosshairs are where the barrel is.
Oh, okay.
And that's an approximate thing. It's not real exact, but if you do a good job of bore sighting, it should hit that paper pretty easy.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. See, the first thing I did when I got here, even though I had just looked at it, every time I get to the gun, I look to see if it's loaded. It's all right if it's loaded if I'm getting ready to shoot, and it is.
You made it a
but
habit.
I have to get in the habit of looking to see if it's loaded or unloaded.
Okay, something
And
I have to do.
I've done it enough where if I don't do that, I'm real uncomfortable.
Okay.
It's not my normal way of operating, and something's wrong. Oh, I know what it is. I didn't check the gun.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? And that's 100% as far as trying to remember. I won't work near as much as the habit will.
True.
So we're going to see how good a job of bore sighting they did. Okay, hold your ears.
Okay.
Now we got to see what we did.
Since my rifle was new, Charles had to sight in the scope to make sure it was accurate. Cover your ears. He shot a few rounds before the scope was aligned with the target. I couldn't wait to shoot my new rifle. Okay.
I'm going to put a real shell in there, and I want you to squeeze it just like you just did. And
Okay.
it isn't going to hurt you.
Okay.
It won't be any louder than it was when I was shooting it.
Okay.
This gun doesn't know the difference between you and me. Same loudness. Go ahead. There you go. There you go. Push it down.
It doesn't go down.
Yeah, it does. There you go. Now, it's on safety, and there's no way you can pull the trigger.
Okay.
You take it off safety.
Okay.
Let me show you something about the gun. See that red light there?
Yes.
That's danger. That
That's
means
red
it's
is
ready
hot.
to go.
Ready to go.
When it's like this, it has S. That means it's on safety.
Okay.
You got it?
Let's get it on safety.
Are you taking notes?
I'm taking notes right here.
Okay. You want it
Right
solidly on your shoulder. If you do, it won't kick you. But if you leave a space in there,
It's
it'll
gonna
kick the hell out of you.
Okay, okay. Let's see. Now I can't, okay, there it is. Now it threw me all off, so let me go back.
You can move the big bag forward or backwards.
No, I'm good
too.
right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't forget to squeeze the trigger.
I know,
And don't
never.
pull it until it's where you want it. That's close enough. Let's go hunting.
When we return, Charles and I make our way to the deer blind, where we wait patiently for my first hunt.
The internet can be a scary place. Luckily, VTX1 has you covered. Introducing VTX1 Online Protect. Secure It Plus offers antivirus, parental controls, firewalls, and PC optimization, all to keep you safe. File Hopper Plus gives you simple access to online file backup, cloud file storage, and easy file sharing, all on multiple devices. Password Genie securely stores your passwords, shipping and payment information, and traveler numbers. Get all three for only $5 a month. Stay safe with VTX1 Online Protect. We are your local provider.
Tired of the same old food? Are your taste buds bored to death? Why not try something delicious for a change? Treat your family to C&M Boutique and Market. C&M has something new every day, from pasta, spinach wraps, and mango tea to breakfast croissants and fruit cups. Roasted turkey, tuna salad, and tasty frozen treats. There's a whole new world of flavor. Visit our Facebook page to see today's menu. Pick up a bite to eat before the big game. And remember, we deliver. Add a little color to your life at C&M Boutique and Market. Open weekdays 6:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturdays 10 to 5. Charles sure wasn't kidding when he said, "Let's go hunting." I thought I would get at least a couple of more practice shots in, but Charles insisted that I was ready. As we make our way to the deer blind, we can already spot deer from the distance. It's a nice cool day at High Lonesome Ranch, and I couldn't ask for better weather during my first hunting experience. I just hope that I'm a good shot.
Yes, perfect.
So let's see, the feeders will go off in a few minutes, and then
Go up at 5 o'clock.
so they're so used to it, so we'll see them bunch up over
They
there.
should hear them, and they're used to hearing those feeders go off. That's the money bell.
That's the money bell. Okay.
Yeah.
They know when food gets here, huh?
Yeah, that's
How long they go off? The feeders go off for how long?
about 5 seconds.
Oh,
It throws
5
off
seconds.
throws off a lot of corn.
Huh.
That's what
Yeah,
this
there's
thing-
something on the field over there, right?
No,
No? A
no,
black-
that's a pipe,
Oh, it's a
irrigation pipe. If you look at something like that, look and see if it's moving. If it's an animal, it'll move.
Okay.
That's a nubbin buck.
Oh, it's a buck. Let me see it.
It's a buck. We don't shoot those.
No, but can we see it? Oh, yeah. How can you tell it's a buck?
There's a green jay. That's the prettiest bird in South Texas. See? Green jay.
Oh, I see it.
Has a purple head, a green body, and a yellow chest.
I see it. There comes one.
Now there's the doe.
Okay, which one? The big one?
The feeder must just gone off, yeah.
It did.
Yeah, it scared him. Yeah, we can shoot her if we can get a stand still out there. Okay, the doe's in the middle.
Okay.
So,
She's on the right now. The doe's on the right.
well, we'll look at her in a
Okay.
minute. The doe's the one in the back, but you don't want to shoot until you get a real good line on her. You want to aim right in the middle of her shoulder. Take it off safety.
I don't know which one is which yet.
She'll come back out.
Okay. Well, this gives it a clear view. Wow, there's a baby. That's all I see
No,
now.
you don't want to shoot that one.
Oh,
That's,
no,
that's
no.
a fawn.
Do you think this scope is any good?
Hmm?
Is this scope any good?
Oh, yeah. But shh, be quiet.
Okay.
They can hear us. There she is, way up there.
Way
See?
out there. No, that's a fawn.
No,
Oh, I see another one. 3 little big
there's
ones.
2 does now. The 2 in the back are both does.
Yeah, that bigger one in the back I see.
Uh-huh.
I wish she'd come and eat.
Yeah.
You better look and tell me which one it is.
Well, the 2 in the back are both does.
The one on the right now, right?
Yeah. The one underneath, in the middle, in the back, that's the biggest doe.
Right. Coming at us? Going to the
Yeah,
left?
wait till she stops. There's another doe.
I see him. Oh my God, you got tons.
Take it off safety and wait until you get a broadside shot.
The one in the very back, right?
Yeah, the one in the very back is coming up. That's a doe.
In the middle now.
Yeah, right there, right there.
She's moving. Ooh, but there's too many in there. I hate to shoot one of those. I can't shoot it now. I'll wait a little bit. I'm gonna shoot.
She got her head up there.
Gonna shoot.
You got her.
Oh my God.
You did it.
I'm good.
You did good.
God almighty. Oh, wow, that's a big doe. Look at that. One shot. This is my first time doing this. I shot it right there. You see the entry wound? So it hit the ground fast, no suffering. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. 1, 2, 3. Oh, man.
That's a big old doe.
Está pesada.
That's good.
Oh,
That's a big
wow.
one.
Heavy.
I'm a hunter now.
You did good.
I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, Charles. Well, it's not an easy job. It was fun shooting it. Now the cleaning part I'm not too crazy about. So that comes with the territory, I guess. I just want to go sit down and relax, have a drink, and brag about my first hunting experience, okay? I didn't know I was going to have to clean this up. When we return, Nancy and her daughter Michelle will teach us how to cook a delicious recipe with deer meat. Do you have an interesting story to tell? Share it with us. VTX Channel 1 is all about community, and that means you, your friends, and your town. If you know someone the world should know about, or if there's a place nearby that you think people need to visit, let us know. We want to make your community a part of our community. Give us a call at 956-642-1307 or send us an email to vtxtv@vtx1.net.
Welcome to the High Lonesome Ranch. I'm Nancy Hundley, and this is my daughter Michelle Sadoff. And today we're going to show you how to roast a leg of venison. Okay, what we're going to do first is show you what ingredients that we're going to be using. Today, this will be a marinade that we're going to be using first, and we're going to use 1/4 cup of olive oil, a tablespoon of dried thyme, 8 cloves of garlic, fresh garlic, 1/4 cup of fresh rosemary, 3 tablespoons of juniper berries, and 1/4 cup of sea salt, 1/4 cup of cracked black peppercorns. Then what we're going to do is we're going to marinate it, and
we'll make the marinade out of this.
Let's do that. Well, let's get started now with all of the spices and herbs, and let's put them here in the bowl and use the pestle to crush them and gives it a little more flavor. It brings out that flavor. Why don't you tell them about our pestle? I think that's kind of unique.
This I found at the High Lonesome while hunting. This, from what I've read, is an Indian pestle of some sort that they use to pound meat or spices or whatever they needed at the time. Sometimes they would do, when they were tanning hides, they turn it over, and even though you flesh the meat, there's still meat on it, and if you pound it, then it comes off better with the scraper. They also use these with their spices, and they would grind them, not in a Mexican bowl, but in a molcajete.
Let's start with, this is the thyme. That's the thyme. These are the garlics.
8 garlic.
And 1/4 cup of fresh rosemary, which we have here on the ranch, and it's always so handy. Now these are juniper berries, and they're very hard to find, but they have a very unique flavor. So we want to put the juniper berries in there, and let's do the peppercorns and then grind them. Then we'll add the salt.
And where did you get this roast?
Oh, this roast. Oh, That's one of Annie's hindquarters that she killed yesterday, by the way. That's why it's so nice and fresh. She killed it yesterday when she was out hunting. Her first deer. Her first
I
deer.
understand that she had to go buy a gun.
She bought a
because she's
gun.
never even shot a gun.
Never shot a rifle before. So my husband and your dad showed her how to use the gun, how to properly use it, and how to aim, you know, for the right spot on the deer. And so she did really, really good. She killed it with one shot.
Wow.
Perfect shot.
That's impressive.
Yes, it is.
That's impressive for anyone, much less someone who just shot for the first time and who just bought a gun. Anyway, that was really awesome. So we're gonna make her something really, really good here, and you just wait. Okay.
You know, in Germany, they use those juniper berries a lot, especially when they make sauerbraten, and it really gives a very unique flavor. So what we're doing now, we've added the oil to it and the salt, and we're going to marinate it, rub it in really, really good on both sides.
And just because it's easier, I've already done the other side.
Okay.
Because I can't pick it all up without dropping everything else.
So we just marinate, just rub it really, really good. Then we're going to cover it with saran wrap.
And refrigerate it
And
overnight.
refrigerate it and put there's 4 cups of broth there. You can either use the wild broth, or you can use canned beef broth. And you put it in there and you marinate it overnight. You may want to turn it once.
You turn it once and let it marinate again, and then again you refrigerate it, and then you bake it. Now we're going to cover this with saran wrap and put it in the refrigerator for at least 12 hours. I do mine overnight before we cook it.
Okay, it's good to go.
Okay. This is the roast that we had refrigerated overnight. It needs to marinate at least 12 hours. And I've turned it and I've spiced it. Now we just put a little oil on it, keep it moist, and we put it in the oven at 350 for an hour.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to bake it for 1 hour undisturbed. Don't open the door or anything. And then after 1 hour, we take it and look at it, turn it over, and rebaste it again. Cook it for another hour. And then we take it out and you decide, do you want it rare, medium, well done? You can, I know Michelle loves to have it sort of medium rare and served with all kinds of little
Dips or
sauces and things like that. Or you can cook it till it gets to be like a real roast, sort of falling off of the bone, because the bone is inside of that ham and it gives it terrific flavor. And then if you want to make it like a regular roast, a wonderful mushroom gravy or something like that would go great with it. So it's up to you, to your choice.
But today I'm going to show you how to eat it in a taco. It's easy when you have hunters down. You just have tortillas and all the condiments out, and everybody loves it. Now that the venison's been baking for 2 hours, we're going to pull it out and check the temperature to see if it's the temperature we like, rare or medium rare. Looks good. Smells even better. Oh boy.
Ooh, does that look good?
Okay, you gotta get your meat thermometer, stick it in the fattiest part, but not on the bone.
Yeah, not on the bone. Well, the bone, yeah, you better go there.
And then you gotta wait for just a little bit. You let this sit and the juices all go throughout the meat, and while the meat is encrusted on the outside, it just makes it really juicy. And it's moving pretty fast.
How do you want it?
Now I like mine a little rare. Rare would be 120, and medium rare would be 126. So anywhere in between the two. So that's about right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think it's ready. Let's try it. Okay, now we're going to move the meat to the cutting board. There we go. And we can slice it.
Oh, that looks great.
Oh, I want to put I've got some sauces to put on that. Ooh, and put it in a tortilla.
Well, that's a good idea. You know, you can either eat it like this with some of your wonderful sauces, or we can cut it into little long pieces and put it in a tortilla and have some really great tacos.
That smells
That
so
looks
good.
wonderful.
It does.
And
I'm hungry.
That's kind of medium rare. And if you wanted to cook it longer, you could do that and have a wonderful roast with some mushroom gravy, which is terrific. So that looks really, really good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and finish slicing this.
I'll show you some of the sauces we have.
Oh yes, they're really, really tasty.
This is a horseradish and sour cream sauce. It's a little hot, a little sweet, goes very good with meat. This is my tomatillo sauce. I put jalapeno, garlic, and tomatillos in a pot to boil. I bring it to a boil. In the meantime, I get one bunch of cilantro, put it in a blender, and however many avocados you like. I like avocado, so I put 3 today in the blender. That's all cold, that hasn't been cooked. Then I put salt and pepper, and then I take the jalapeno, tomatillo, and the garlic, and put it in the blender and mix it all up, and voila.
Voila, and it is good, believe me.
And so this is another option for our tortillas. Let's try one.
Oh, you want to make a taco already? Let's do that.
I think we should. Let's make one of each. Let's do a... Okay.
There we go.
Let's just... This is what our hunters like, and it's fun to do this outside when they come in from hunting, and just a little snack, if it's not a meal, or you can make it a meal, or whatever you want to do. You can put anything you want on it. Either one of these is really good. You want to try one? I know you don't like real hot, so you try this one.
Which one?
The avocado. I like
Oh, okay.
This other one's a little bit hot.
Oh. That's delicious.
I like the meat the best.
It is good. It is good, and it's just a new way to make venison, leg of venison.
Very good. Wish you could smell it. Wish you could try it. Thank you, Annie.
Thank you, Annie. Well, this concludes our cooking show for today, but it has really been good. And we just thank you all for joining us, and we hope to see you again soon.
After my trip to High Lonesome Ranch, I returned home with a lot of deer meat, and I knew just what I wanted to do with it. I made sausage links, deer jerky, ground meat, and chorizo. My personal favorite was a deer chorizo. The spices gave the meat a delicious flavor. I never imagined how much work it would take to process an entire deer. I'm sure glad I had help. I definitely see myself hunting in the near future. It's a great way to stock up your refrigerator. If you're ever in the area and looking to book a hunting trip, contact Charles and Nancy Hundley at High Lonesome Ranch. Their beautiful ranch will make your hunting experience a memorable one.